We're at Falco Canine Academy, live on Facebook, coming to you from Brea, California. And sorry, I got my sweatshirt back on. I know people make fun of me, but it's darn cold. It's like 60 degrees here. No, really, my studio is in my garage, and so the garage, you know how cold garages are, right? I was perfectly fine in my house, and then came in the garage. But I wanted to come on and talk about a couple things. One of the most important things I want to make sure and talk about right now is tomorrow begins the Unleash Your Dog's Best Virtual Summit, hosted by Cameron Thompson, a good friend of ours and co-host on the Train the Dog Trainer program. And speaking of good friends, Gina just walked in. And so that starts tomorrow. I have the link in the description, and I will go ahead and put the link here in the comment section. That way you guys can see it. And it is going in there right now. So, gosh, I'm going to look at some of the speakers. Gina, come join me right over here.
Gosh.
Stand right over here.
I was going to watch it on my...
No, just come over here instead, and you can see it right here on the screen.
Oh.
Say hi to everybody. This is Gina.
Hello.
Fantastic pet dog trainer.
There you go. There's the camera.
Right, that little thing, tiny thing there. I was looking to see who is the speakers. We got Jeremy Majors.
Really one, yes.
Yeah, good. Of course, he's first on the list. It's not in alphabetical order. It must be in the order of greatness.
Yes. Where are you?
I'm way down, down. I'm not even on this list. Gary Casera.
Casera. Yes.
Zach Scow.
Yes.
Or Sco.
Sco.
Yeah, because if there was an N, it would be Snow.
Lord help.
So it's got to be Zach Sco. Jason Cohen. I got that one because I know somebody named Cohen. Bill Church. This guy named Andy. Kimberly Gauthier. Lori Koger.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say. Yeah. So Michael Burling, Chad Mackin, Heather Beck, and Tom
Nice.
Morris.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm like, something's moving over there.
My good friend, Barbara McLean. She is fantastic. She does some work with shelters. You're going to love that. Duke Ferguson, another good friend of mine. He and I have written #1 best-selling books, not the same one together, but separate books together. Janice Costa. What did I get Costa from?
Costa Rica.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe. That's it. Costa Rica.
Oh,
good.
I just stepped on your cat.
Oh, well, who
Sorry.
cares? It's a cat. Just kidding. Kidding, cat people.
Wow.
Nobody get all upset. Everybody's going to send me messages. Deanna, oh my gosh, Lavadour Dunetz. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. Amy Neal, got that one. Very good. Gene Dodds. Oh, that's a good one. Huh? Yeah. I mean, they're all good. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Yeah. Kevin Behan, right? Or Behan. Behan. They're all great. I've listened to some of the interviews. I actually was with Cameron during a couple of interviews. We're talking about things from pet nutrition to feeding your dog raw and natural food to training, of course. And like I said, Barbara's going to be talking about the program she has on how to raise money for shelters and cater to the children to bring children's interest into dog shelters and maybe get them interested in volunteering and helping out with the dogs and that kind of stuff. So all of it's great stuff. That starts tomorrow. Get in the link. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything.
I know.
There's no hidden
Fantastic.
agenda. Nobody's going to, start selling you.
You're not going to get a bunch of spam in your
Nope.
Nope.
You're not going to have to buy a timeshare or anything like that.
It's 100% legit.
Yeah.
I did it last year.
Yeah, for sure. There's nothing. Just get in there.
Wonderful.
You'll get emailed, right? You'll get
You
emailed the links for each day.
Every day you'll get links. Every day you'll get links. And then you listen to them. You have so much time, I believe, to listen to the links.
Right.
And that's it. I mean, they're super fantastic. So much great information. I learned a ton of stuff. I even signed up with one of Duke's websites to learn about his training and this and that. So very informative, whether you're a dog trainer, whether you're an enthusiast, whether you're an owner, a rescuer. I mean, it's the gamut.
Veterinarian.
Yeah.
It would be really good for veterinarians because not all veterinarians, the veterinarians who are watching, you are all the best.
They are.
Yeah, the ones that are watching.
Yes.
The ones that aren't watching often don't know a lot about dog nutrition for whatever reason. They love heavy dogs. They love fat dogs.
They do not like raw food diets.
No.
They're against it.
No.
So I don't
a lot of them love science diet.
Yes. Or the ones that cost $100 back.
Right. So this would be good for you just to have the knowledge, right?
Yes.
So you can be knowledgeable in what it is you do and know
Yes.
more about those things you need to know more about. All right. So make sure enjoying. Again, it's free. And that's super important. Before I forget, because I always do forget, don't forget we have the Train the Dog Trainer podcast, and we are due to put some new episodes up there. But the reason why is Cameron has been so darn busy with the stupid. Darn, I'm stupid because she's not busy with me and what it is we have going on here.
Yes. Yes.
It's not stupid.
It's not stupid. We were just saying how fantastic this program was.
Stupid in a good way.
Sure.
I can't save it. I can't
No.
save it. No, really. It's super important that you go to the summit, but also make sure and follow our podcast. Oh my gosh.
There's plenty of time to do both.
Oh Lordy, man. I've not even been on but a couple minutes and I'm already in trouble. And so that is the Train the Dog Trainer show. It's just a little bit about our experience about owning a dog business and getting it up and running, that kind of stuff. Gina has made a couple appearances on the show and will continue to make more appearances on the show. I think one that you made, the volume and was so jacked up, we had to cut you.
Right. I know.
I had to cut her too. I went just back to me for a period of time. It was just like you could hear me, and then the next
handle
one,
the two ladies.
I couldn't. And there was an episode where you could hear Cameron but couldn't hear me. Now I'm surely not going to put that one.
Oh, of course not.
Right.
It's
So
your show.
yeah. Of
Oh wait,
course.
no, you're co-hosting.
Well, whatever.
That's
It's still my show. She knows it. Just kidding. One other thing I want to talk about, and I'm glad you decided to come because there's so many things that happen. I get messages from people. I got a couple things.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I got a couple things. Every day I get messages about something about dogs. Some of them I just answer really quick and then they kind of go, past me. But today I got a message about, and this is actually a pretty good question. A dog trainer texted me and said, a while back I lost my dog. And it's been maybe a year or two or something like that. And he hasn't replaced the dog. And he's going, I got a question for you. I got to know, if I don't have a dog, does that ruin my credibility as a professional dog trainer? And I said, God, I hope not, because I've not had a dog since 1994 when my police dog had to be put down. I mean, we've had dogs, short period of time. I had a dog when I was married, but when I got the divorce, I lost the dog. Actually, she stole the dog, but that's a whole nother story because I did have the dog for a little while, then suddenly it was gone. And then I saw it at her house. So, but that was a very short period of time. But for the most part, for many, many years, I have not had a dog. And most of that is because, one, I'm too busy with everybody else's dogs. So I feel that everybody else's dogs that I've trained or work with or currently working with are my dogs. So I sometimes have a bunch of dogs.
Right.
The other thing is I travel a lot, and I believe in what I teach, that it would be disrespectful to a dog if I was never here, not taking care of it, always having somebody else take care of it, always leaving it at shelters or rescues or wherever I was leaving it to be boarded, and then having Derek come over and feed it, or my daughter. It just doesn't seem right that I would have a dog right now. A cat, who cares? A cat doesn't even know you're gone. Right?
They don't care.
You leave and you come back.
They're
They go,
like,
hey,
peace.
what are you doing back? I thought you left the house to me.
Yeah.
So to you, what do you think, Dan? That, I mean, am I wrong or
No,
because you have like 15 dogs, don't you?
No, I had 4 dogs and a cat.
All right.
However, I lost 3 of my animals last year,
Oh, my gosh.
all within October, November, and December. So as a dog trainer, now I have 2 left, my 2 5-year-olds. It is difficult unless you have, I also work during the day. So I have to balance not only my day job, but my dog training business, as well as spending time with my family, which is my dogs, because my daughter's out of the house now. It's difficult. Could I do it? People ask me, do you want another dog? Or, they found out that I don't have another dog, or, that I lost 2 of my dogs. Do you want another? No. I don't do any service to if I was to get another dog, to those dogs, it would be selfish of me to get another dog, because I don't have the time. And you're right. It's about how much time do you have to give. If you're a full-time dog trainer and you can travel with a dog and use a dog as a demo, awesome.
Yep.
But you have to be able to balance that and give your own dog that space and that time and one-on-one. So
Yeah, I do miss the relationship with a dog. So I've been thinking about strangely enough, a Newfoundland or a Burmese mountain dog. I know.
Really?
I just want that big, I've always had German Shepherds, Belgian Malinois, Labrador Retrievers around me all the time.
Well, then get a multi-poo.
What? What? Can you see me walking around the neighborhood with a multi-poo?
Multi-poo.
I have stories about multi-poo, but it has nothing to do with a dog.
Multi-poo. Okay. Yeah.
But no, I'm not getting multi. It's like I might as well get like a little. What are those little things? What are those little things? Like a little white thing. What's a
poodle?
No. A Maltese.
Maltese.
Oh, yeah, might as well get one of those.
Yeah.
Please, ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna start wearing a tutu too.
Well. Yeah. Stay tuned for that.
I just said that. No, but yeah, no, it's not my. No, I want a big dog.
But you're active. Those dogs are not really active.
Well,
I mean, they'll just sit around.
Well, you're gonna offend Sally Frost, who she rescues.
I know she loves those dogs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're not active. Well, we've just everybody else today. Small dog owners, Cameron.
Well, we're talking like I'm a Labrador, pit bull, mixed breed dog person.
Yeah. We like the challenging dogs.
Yeah.
And so that was one thing. So I'm glad because I didn't even think about it. The one thing I do say all the time, people, do you have a dog? I go, no, I really don't like dogs. And so I'll not have that.
You're like the grandfather approach.
Yeah.
Or like you take the kids to the grandparents and then they're like, oh, your kids are great. Okay, let me take them back. And then you're good.
Yeah.
You got your fix.
Yeah. People always ask me, I got friends all the time. They go, don't you get sad when you train a dog for 5-6 weeks or whatever, and then you give it
back?
No.
You're like, no, it's great.
No, I can't wait.
Peace of mind.
No, I never even think about it.
I go,
bye. And I go back to watching hockey. Like, dog's gone.
You don't have to feed them. You don't have to pick up their poop.
Don't even shed a tear.
Yeah.
I probably should, though. No, I don't, my heart is cold. My police dog saved my life. He was fantastic. We worked together every day, 10-hour days together at that time. I think we actually worked together during the 12-hour day period. But we were together all the time, and then we talked to each other and held conversations. And I loved it. And it's just not, I've not had that desire to, I don't know if I could ever replace them.
But you also got to think of like the grooming aspect of those dogs. Are you ready for that?
Oh, see, got me there.
See,
no,
a lot of maintenance involved.
I'm going to continue with no dog.
There you go. The matted, you get dirty all the time.
Yeah,
that long coat.
Oh.
You got to think of that.
She just solved that problem, and that's what I do to people.
Great Dane.
No.
You're going to offend all the Great Dane people. Did you see your face?
No.
That was horrible.
I love Great Danes. I always think about one of my partners out on the streets. He had answered a call and jumped the fence in the backyard. 2 Great Danes back there. Took him out. And he didn't work for almost a year after those dogs ate him.
Yeah, their jaws
they were strong. They were strong dogs.
Yes.
So the next question I had, or next thing I got today, was about a young terrier that took out or tried to take out an older dog. So the young terrier is new to the house. Okay. In the house is I think he said 16 or something years old. Let me look and see actually what the age of this dog was. But it was an older dog that had been in the house, but is slowing down. There it is. And let me just probably go to the top. My friend Ethan has been having an issue with an older dog and his new dog unable to get along. Can you chime in on your experience with this matter? Ethan is, that's what's going on. Yep. The younger dog bit the 17-year-old.
Wow. Yeah. Can 17. The dog walk? I mean, is it mobile?
Well, that's the thing.
We just need to know all that.
Yeah. But I think you're going in the direction that I went, that sometimes, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes these older dogs are getting to that place where they're slowing down the pack.
Yeah.
And there's some dogs that have this really strong genetic connection to what happens in the wild. And that is the sick, lame, and lazy often get dumped and taken out.
Yeah.
And like, get out of here.
Fend for yourself.
And try to get them to go away, and then they die. And now the pack is all back to full speed and not that big of a deal. You got some dogs that they just don't have that whatever genetic connection, and they just don't care about the older dog. So you have those dogs. I mean, this guy, sometimes you have dogs that are totally obedient. They're born obedient, which I hate. That would be horrible if we had a bunch of dogs that were obedient.
Yeah.
We'd have nothing to do.
Yeah.
And so you have dogs that aren't. They're aggressive and that kind of stuff. So in some cases, like in this case, my thing was that it was probably the younger dog was cleansing the pack, is what I call it. And that's quite possibly one of those things. And so the answer that I gave is that, you got to teach this young dog that he does not get to make those choices.
Right.
And the way you get that dog to begin thinking that is to bring in a lot of obedience, boundaries, rules. The dog has to begin to believe that you are in charge of everything, including who stays in the pack and who goes.
Correct.
So that's really the only solution you got. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's exactly what I was going to say.
I should have just let you spoke.
No, you say it. Speak.
Speaking. Spoken.
We're both from public high schools.
Yeah,
okay.
Went to public school. Don't know. But that was one of those questions that comes up every so often. And so it always comes down, almost everything comes down to rules and boundaries and obedience and structure.
I was just going to say that is 90% of the calls is that baseline. Yeah.
And so what's different about each dog is how you get to that point, right? Some dogs are motivated through food. Some dogs are motivated through, compulsion. In other words, we compulse them through, correction or some type of discipline one way or another. Other dogs just could be pat on the head. It just really depends on, that's the stuff that, brings us in and tries to show people how to do that properly with the dog they have, not the dog they had before. Not the dog that their neighbor had or their family has. This dog, how are we going to do it with this dog? Because quite often you got somebody that has, the family member has a pit bull, and you have this, golden retriever who's being disobedient, and the pit bull owner says, "Well, what you need is a large gauge pinch collar, as tight as you can possibly put it, and give them 2 or 3 really good corrections." And they do that to the golden retriever, and the golden retriever is pooped all over itself.
Oh yeah,
and won't even come into the house. I'm so scared. So you can't do that, right? You have to figure out what is it that this dog needs and that kind of stuff. But that the rules and boundaries and obedience and just good sound, raising children type of thing, how would you raise your kids to be respectful? Right. Well, we would.
Yeah, of course.
I've been in a restaurant with a few parents that don't believe that is the deal. So anything to add to that as far as anything that I missed on that particular thing?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's all about setting up boundaries right from the beginning. If you let a new dog in that household and you let them run amok and jump all over the new dog, you're going to piss it off.
Yeah. And bad things happen.
And then all of a sudden you're living 2 dogs on 2 separate sides of the house. You got gates going through. You got the whole shebang going. So
yeah, there's a lot of that going on. I go, what a hassle to have to always know what dog is loose. You can't put one dog in the backyard when the other dog's in the backyard. I mean, there's
you got to feed them here
separately.
The whole, no, if you start off with boundaries and right from the beginning, you're good to go.
I had a pretty good history with people that have multiple dogs that hate each other, that by the end of the training, they can actually feed them together and walk them together and that kind of stuff. And so it is possible. You just have to make sure that the dogs, plural, all understand that you are the ultimate leader,
right?
That nothing happens but through you. It always reminds me of the Christian religion. Every time I say stuff like that, I feel like I'm going to get ready to give a sermon. Everything happens through you, Lord. Yeah, no, that was pretty good. Yeah, if we did it together, it'd be really awesome.
Ready?
So, that was horrible.
Yeah, I like that.
We just lost the 0 person we had on there at the time. We get a lot of replay watches.
Oh, good.
Yeah. The last one I did had like 1,000 people. It's so funny. It's so crazy how many. So anyway, comment and share and like, and I know that many of you watch the replay. So then that brings me to my very final thing, which you're going to think I'm only touching part of the messages I get on a day-to-day basis. But the other one was I did a video on training my cat.
Yes, I saw a little piece of that.
Yeah. And so I never even thought I'd go, this cat's going to learn to sit.
Yeah.
This cat's going to come when I call it. Now it's not going to bolt out the door when I open the door, because I'm not sure right now whether we want the cat to go bolting out the door, because We have a high population of coyotes and things around
That's
here.
right.
And
Yep.
we have actually a pretty mean cat down the street who's kicked the ass of most of the cats around here.
And dogs probably
And
too.
dogs too. So yeah. So I've just started teaching them. My daughter, even when she puts the food in the bowl, she tells the cat to sit. The cat sits and she puts the bowl down.
Yeah.
And so it's all the same structure.
Yes.
So in a message, somebody wrote something to the tune of, "Oh my God, Andy, does everything have to be obedient? Everything that you own has to have rules?" And the answer is yes.
Yeah, why not?
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, for a moment, I thought, God, maybe I'm being a jerk. I
Well,
almost said
unless
something
you,
else, but
like,
yeah.
live in like a third world country that has no rules.
Let me
then-
try to find that. Actually, I want to make sure and verbalize the comment. Oh, look at that $1 beer
Ooh.
all day Monday. I got. Sorry, squirrel. It was a picture of beer on my personal page. Hold on.
Yeah, the
Where-
only difference with training a cat is you just can't do any kind of compulsion training.
yeah.
You can't correct.
Well, I do. I'll tell you what I
Oh.
do with that.
Oh,
I'll
I'd like
tell
to
you.
know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why comes to mind? Does everything have to be trained?
Ja ha ha.
Yeah, it's Spanish laughing. It is.
I know.
But yes, everything. I think
Yeah.
if you're going to live with something, I mean, unless it's a caged bird, which I even train my parrots.
Of
to do.
course.
Yeah.
That's,
But I mean, unless it's like a
Yeah.
fish, I guess.
yeah,
I
you can't. No, you
I don't
can't train
think.
fish.
No, I don't think I've. Well, at least I have not tried it yet. I'm sure you could do something with a light or a laser or something like that.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe. I never say never.
I'll have to Google it.
I've trained chickens. We had chickens.
Oh
that I
yeah,
trained.
chickens.
you
Yeah,
can-
yeah.
If you can train a chicken,
Yeah,
you can
chicken
train
is-
just about it. You can train a rock.
Right.
If you can train a chicken, they're so
Yeah.
stupid.
That's fascinating, though.
But yes. I think again, if you're going to live with it, because this cat that was running around here somewhere will suddenly just jump on my leg and and then I feel
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I go, you mother of pearl, and so it's just a kitten. It's only
Yeah, they don't know.
4 or 5 months old.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm starting with the sit just like I would a dog. For the most part, I mean, of course, I may work on some healing, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. But
You
yes,
can get a harness for it and take it for a walk.
yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too. So the correction is this cat likes to bite, not like a dog, like biting down and trying to take your finger out. It just likes to,
Yeah.
like a puppy does, right? The puppies grab you and they got those
Yeah.
little sharp teeth and it really hurts.
Yeah.
The cat's teeth probably never get not sharp, and so
Right.
it always hurts. And so the correction is kind of like I do with dogs, is that when the cat bites me, is I push my hand into the mouth, and you see
Oh,
the cat.
yeah, they hate gagging.
Yeah, and so the cat goes. Now you see the cat come up and just going to go, trying to get a little bit of a bite on my hand, and I push
Okay.
my finger into it. So for me, the cat will sometimes think twice before actually biting down on my hand. Again, it's not
Okay.
that it's not like it's I make it sound like the cat's aggressively attacking me. Well, he actually has, but no, it's the biting down and just play biting that's really hard and it really hurts. The little kitten doesn't know probably how much it hurts because, like dogs, their skin is a lot tougher than ours, and so that biting down is, although playful, it really does smart. And I got young children that the cat does the same thing to, and I teach them the same thing. When the cat bites, just push into the bite. Most people pull back, right? We want to get away from that
Right.
pain.
Right.
And so it's something that obviously I've learned over the years that I've been doing this with dogs, is that I have the opposite reaction. When I feel the bite, I push in, and that gets them to let go a lot faster. Seems very strange, I know, but it actually works. Now, if you have a dog that aggressively bites you, I can't tell you, that'll work for you. I just know how I do it, and that, the timing that I use tends to work, and that's all fine. But just to answer that, can you use a correction or not? That is the one thing that I do with that cat.
Oh, okay. Nice.
The other thing is when the cat jumps on the kitchen table or the counter in the kitchen where we do our cooking and stuff like that, cutting the vegetables for Constance Cooking, which is on Facebook. You can see it. My daughter and I do a cooking show
Yes.
called Constance Cooking. But what the cat knows now, the cat doesn't even enter the or jump onto the counters, but once in a blue moon, and that is I bang really hard on the cabinets and say blah and shh and get off and really loud curse voice, and now the cat goes, oh shit, shoot, and the cat panics.
Water sprayer.
I don't have. Well, I don't have. It's just like this. Get off, and the cat jumps off. So that's another type of sound and noise and that kind of stuff. So again, I'm not being cruel, Nobody sit there and say, I can't believe you do that to the cat. It works.
People are cruel to cats, unfortunately.
Yeah, they are. But
so that's not cruelty.
This is part of training.
That is not cruelty.
And we're learning to live together symbiotically.
In harmony.
In harmony.
Oh.
Well, we're pretty good. We got to do this more often.
I know.
But you can tell the draw that we have. We have
look at
so many people. How come we look so dark?
I don't know. You shouldn't wear black.
We wear black at the same time. I don't know why it looks so dark. That is really funny. Huh? Don't know. All right. So those were my messages today that I got. I think I got a couple others. We got a request from another Middle Eastern country to do some work. Puerto Rico. I meant to talk to you about Puerto Rico. Oh my gosh. This isn't the longest process. I've been in longer processes, but they asked for all the information. They first wanted me to find out if anybody in our circle wanted to work in Puerto Rico. So of course you have to send out like, hey, anybody want to work in Puerto Rico? And we've probably got 200 people.
Wow.
Requesting work in Puerto Rico. And now 200 people are asking me daily, have you heard anything?
What's going on?
I go, I don't know.
Yikes.
Because first we had to find out if we had, people that wanted to do it. I then had to go back. I go, yes, we have people to do it. And they said, well, write up a proposal. So I wrote up a proposal. The important thing for you to know is that I wanted to make sure that, the pay was something respectful.
Right.
Yeah. There is this thing that happens in the dog world that think because it's related to dogs, it doesn't pay as much for some reason. And I'm not sure why that is. And that anybody, and the other thing is that anybody could just take a dog, a bomb dog, and work it inside of a, wherever this is. I almost said where it is, and I'm not supposed to. But you could just get some guy, hey, here's a dog, go do bomb searches. No, I mean, there's so much that, they have to know how to maintain the behaviors. They have to make sure that there's a match between them and the dog. They have to make sure they know how to do a search without killing everybody that's in the space of where that bomb is going to go off. If the dog, hits it or trips over the handler, trips over it by walking backwards when he shouldn't walk backwards. And then what is the protocol, and smart enough to know what is the protocol after your dog alerts. What do you do? And be able to read that all that. So it's I had to write this up to say, listen, you don't want, minimum wage people. Sorry, all of you that are watching the minimum wage, but you want to have a high enough pay so that you have people, so you can draw the people that have experience, right? You want people that have experience and have knowledge, and that know that their time is worth is valued. And so saying all that is that you got to put together a good package with good understanding of how much people are going to get paid and what is needed. I try to get housing for the handlers so that they had a place to be. They have to understand the dogs need housing and that kind of thing. I think in some cases, some people think, especially people that want to start a program, they think you just bring a dog, and they go, well, you have to cover the expenses, the food, the care, the veterinarian bills. You need people that understand that they have to take care of the dog, 24 hours a day. It's not just between, 9 in the morning and 5 o'clock at night, that it's full time, right? 7 days a week. Somebody has to do it. It's commitment. And so you have to pay accordingly. So all that to tell you that's all in the proposal. It's probably taking them a time to mull over and decide whether, I don't know. Are you allergic to cats?
Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm about to sneeze.
Are you allergic to dogs?
No.
What the hell's going on? And so
my eye keeps on going lower.
I'm trying to ignore you.
I know, and I'm trying to be really inconspicuous. It is not working because I'm laughing every time I sneeze.
But I promise you, as soon as I know anything, I will let you know. And I know that there's this program that I'm trying to get into with a company called Kajabi, and they said in January that they, we're going to do this thing, and it's now March, and I'm doing the same thing to them that you guys are doing to me. Right. I'm typing to them like, any word yet when we're starting this thing? And you said you were going to start in January. Well, how come I haven't heard from you? And I just did that just like 10 minutes ago with them. So Puerto Rico is, as far as I know, it's still possible. It was between me and 3 other companies, and apparently they decided to go with us. And so that's why we put the proposal together. And so, but anything
great
can happen.
Opportunity for someone.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. And then we just got requested for another proposal for the Middle East, another country in the Middle East. And so I don't know. Those aren't always that fun. It's difficult to work with the Middle East
Yes.
for a lot of reasons that I can't share on this video. All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later.
What's happening? What's happening? We're going to be talking about what's happening on the
Yes.
pet dog side of things just there in a little bit. But anything that you want to throw out there that a new class kind of just started, right? Or starting?
New classes start this week.
Mhm.
We're sold out of our basic obedience, so we're adding another one.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you're interested in getting a basic obedience, sit down, stay, come, heel, mastering the walk, lots of socialization, any age, any breed, call us and get signed up. We're going to start probably a 11:15 class on Saturday, which would be a new class. So we're waiting for at least 5 or 6 people to start that class up.
What's the phone number?
714-253-4007.
All right.
Yes.
It'll be in the comments.
Yes, in the comments section. Yeah, it's fantastic training. You'll love it. Derek and I both train, and we have a third trainer on Saturday. And
Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda.
Nice.
Lots of fun. We have a blast. We love just seeing the progress from week 1. I mean, you remember, week 1 to all the chaos to week 7, which is the calm inside the storm. And
yeah, class 1 is my favorite.
It is. I love it. Everybody comes. Yeah. So it was funny because I have to share this. This lady, this past one, comes up to me and she goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "Gina, I'm just so nervous. And I'm so excited to be here. I just want to give you a hug." And I'm like, okay. And so we gave each other a big old hug. I go, "You're going to be fine." And she had this dog. His name was Vinny, which I love because it's my dad's name. And I call him Vinny all the time. And she said he was just horrible with dogs and this and that. She was completely nervous. Said, "That's the perfect candidate for our class." I go, "We love it. Come." And she did fantastic. Fantastic.
Nice.
I mean, her confidence built. Yep. I mean, her dog was so much better. She couldn't believe that her dog was obedient in front of 10 other dogs.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Yeah. So many people, when they come to that first class, they're going, this is not, no way. There's no way you're going to get my dog to be able to do what I've seen on these other videos or what the other classes are doing. This dog is different.
Yes.
No.
Yep. Exactly. It's all the same. It's all the same. So
no, and we've dealt with even with people like you, and so we can get that done. A friend of mine, Chuck Knight, he and I were canine handlers together. He was my mentor at Anaheim Police Department. He was the guy.
In our class?
Yes.
Okay, I'm like, I saw that name on our
roster. He was the guy. He was the guy that I looked up to. He was president of the Orange County Police Canine Association before I was, and so and then I became president following him.
Nice.
And so he's a great guy. I love Chuck Knight. Always
such a cool name.
I know. I was always jealous of his name. I know.
Chuck.
And the interesting thing, he was not as manly as me.
Really?
Just so you know.
I'll let you know that.
He watches every so often, so I thought I'd throw that in. No, but he was great. I mean, just the kindest guy. A couple incidents I can't share. Just memories of certain calls we went on together and certain incidents.
I'm sure.
Certain things with supervisors that will just go. I'll never forget moments of my time with Chuck Knight. But he was the guy I looked up to coming in the canine unit, and just really wanted to follow his lead. He loved being in canine, and loved his dog and loved everything about it. And it was fantastic. He had control over his dog, which, at that time of that era of police work was not common. It was not common to have that kind of control over your dog. And so, like I said, there was so much for me to look up to Chuck Knight, and that he's coming to my class.
How cool is that?
Or my class, your class.
Well,
our
class. Our class. Your team.
The class. And just was like, "Hey, Andy, I need to take your class." I just go, like, it's so funny how this kind of comes around.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about how we're going to do lunch, and we never do. It's one of those things that, all the time. He's not the only one. Yeah.
It's on the list.
He's not the only one. All right. So that is it. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. So call the number 714-253-4007 and get on that, get into that class, because you will have a ton of fun. We are just fun people.
We are.
Yes.
And I have to plug this in too, that at the second Sunday of every month, we have a free pack walk at a local park here in Fullerton.
Oh.
It's free. Last month we had about 27 dogs, reactive, non-reactive, everybody had a blast. It's a great time. We kind of teach you a little bit about the walk. So it's free training. So second Sunday of every month, you can check our website, or actually our Facebook page, Falco Dog Training OC, for the events page for us. And they're on there as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Falco
Dog training. Orange County.
I'm fine.
Okay,
I can do this.
You can.
I can. Oops, almost put it in the comment.
Message.
Yeah, into the comment section too.
Yeah, we've been growing. I actually had my 1-year anniversary of doing this January. So
yes,
it's been growing, and we're having a fantastic time. And it's meeting new people, new dogs, making new friends.
And we're going to be growing more.
Yes,
we got more stuff coming up. So that's it, I think. I hope you'll join us tomorrow. Join us. All the trainers that I talked about at the very beginning.
Oh, yes.
In the virtual summit. That would be so awesome. I think Cam and Gina and I have some things planned for the future also. That I start talking about stuff that I realize I can't really say too much because nothing's really firmed up. But we do have some things, so you're going to want to make sure and stay tuned on either of the Facebook pages or both. How about that? Just liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, whatever it is you need to do with the Facebook pages, both the Falco Canine Academy and Falco Dog Training OC, and just connect and be with us as we go into the future with the dogs. We just want you to kind of not have your dog stuck in the backyard or in your house. We want you to get out with your dog. Be active with your dog.
Yes.
We need that today. We need to get away from all the news and all the crap that's going on, and just spend time with the dog. That'd be really cool. Yep. All right. Anything else? We keep saying that, and then we come up with our crap. Okay, that'll be it. Because all the people that are watching right now, wow, it's crazy.
I know. I mean, I'm so.
When I get off,
I can't believe it.
I know sometimes it's like this, and I get off and I see that 30 something people were watching, which I don't know why that happens, but it doesn't show everybody that's watching. But there you go. All right, so we will see you at the next one, and hopefully we'll see you in the virtual summit. That'll be really fun, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to really pay attention to a lot of the trainers that I listed on there, if not all of them, and see what everybody's doing. All right.
Yep.
That is it, Gina. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
I almost felt that.
Did you?
Yeah, I almost felt that was going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Get that.
Oh, that's all.